Hello everyone, we're back in MudRunners, and this time we're actually on the DLC missions. Now, one of the nice things about MudRunners is even though there are like 4 DLCs, 3 of them are actually free, so they're pretty much part of the base game in a way, since, you know, you just get them for free. There's only one which is a paid DLC, which is the American one, and after doing these missions, we'll probably end up, you know, playing them as well. But right now we're just going to stick with the Valley and get into it and have a bit of fun. We're joined again once with Taz. Let's just get Taz in, make sure he's doing alright and everything wonderful. How you doing, Taz?
Doing well, bud.
Wonderful. So, into the valley we go. What are you bringing, by the way?
So the only thing I changed is my secondary truck. I changed it to the 256 Charlie, just to try it out. But I'm gonna leave the 7429 in because I know how powerful it is.
The 256, Charlie.
Yes, it is yellow and directly below the 255, I believe.
Oh, the 260? That one?
Correction, it's right above the 255.
Oh, that one. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the like 1942 truck.
Yeah, I'm bringing the 131, just because the 131 just seems like, it, you know, everything works.
Yeah, it's a good rig.
Yeah. Hey, Sally. Hope you're doing well, bud.
I'm ready.
Alright, let's get into the valley. Let's see what's going on with this mission. It's always,
I've played this one. It should be relatively easy. All you have to do is take one of the big trucks and just haul logs.
fair enough. So that's why we're bringing the big uns.
Yeah.
Seems like we've got a bunch of fuel with us as well. And let's see. So we don't start off with a garage, but there are 2 garages on the map, it looks like.
If you want to just go ahead and start scouting, I can get the garage there.
Well, do you want to go to the top garage and I'll go to the other garage, or do you want me just to go to the waypoints or watch points?
I'm pretty sure there's the only one. Oh, there is 2 garages. You can go to the other one.
All right. So you.
I'll go to the one in the northeast.
Okay, so I'm going northwest. All right. So we'll go to the center of the map.
I completely forgot there was 2.
It's all good. Yeah, that's we're going into uncharted territory here.
I'm gonna put the other truck behind me.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too, actually. Just means that we have extra fuel, and also, you know, it means that it's not just kind of stuck here.
Well, my second truck doesn't have all-wheel drive, so.
Oh, that sucks. That's why I like the 131. Like, it's simple, it has everything you need. You know, seems pretty effective. There we go.
Oops, I lost it.
Driver is ready, and off we go. That's just a fuel station. We don't need fuel. Should be all right.
Oh my gosh, that honk dropped my frames.
Oh, look at the air that it fires out. Look at that.
I still think the radiator intake's the best.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see the little graphical updates they do in the second one later this year. Looking forward to see that.
I forget how slow this thing is.
How do I make the bad guy go back a little bit? Like the automated guy?
What do you mean back a little bit?
Well, he's eating my back
right on your bumper.
Yeah.
Oh, then you shoulda put a little distance before you hook up, and then on your winch control just put drive.
Oh, right. Fair.
Yeah, if you just put it on drive and you give him length, it's essentially just a lead.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully there aren't too many hazards on this one.
One of the roads you'll get on will have quite a few little sticks, so it shouldn't be a problem as long as you keep the big truck in lead.
Yeah.
And And then if you go the way I'm going, which we won't use this road after this, there is a marsh bit.
Oh, that kind of
More
sucks.
of a bog, rather. Like, you're going good, you think you're on top of the surface, and then all of a sudden the bottom falls out and you're in quicksand, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, marshes
Pretty
are
standard,
probably the biggest issue in this. Like, I have more issues with marshes than I do water.
Well, the thing about water in this game is you know it has a bottom.
Yeah.
Because the water is bad enough on its own, so if they made it on top of a bog, they'd be like, there's no way.
Alright, see you in probably about 20 minutes.
On the other side. On some parts of the map there is some rocks and stuff, but trees will be, like those little fallen trees will be the worst.
Yeah.
You actually may get the trailer bottomed out on them. They'll be that bad.
MudRunners 2 better have a chainsaw? That's good thinking, dog. That would be pretty fun too. Because that is one thing that, I mean, the general gameplay of MudRunners is pretty fun when it comes to just, you know, driving around and doing stuff, but the actual logging part, I think, needs a bit of work. Even in realistic, when you actually have to load the logs yourself and things, I still think, you know, there should be a bit more work done there.
The dead weight of that fuel truck, I feel it.
I'm feeling it too, especially across this river.
Oh, I'm in that spot where the bottom falls out. Like, it's bad enough the water from the river is filling up my ruts.
What I might actually do is, I might leave the fuel truck near where I am, just so I can grab all the watch points around.
Once you get that watch point, I'll show you what, like, one of the good spots to move, to either drop or move your fuel truck to, because that's the road we'll be taking.
That and when you are taking a shortcut and get stuck on one tree, yeah. For me, like, I generally don't get. Oh, you mean like through a forest? Yeah, I'd agree with you. But I have much more issues with that single rock, which is kind of sat in the middle of a road, and you basically.
You guys need a pickaxe.
Yeah, I need a pickaxe or a pneumatic drill or something like that.
Hey, what's your guy need? Dynamite. Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, straight up. Got any of that nitroglycerin just sat about?
That'd be cool if they made a Spintires map, but with mining instead, where you had to like haul the minerals out.
Yeah, you'd also have different styles of trucks, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Like, you actually have to go load up with a couple tons of coal and bring it to this old village or something like that.
Yeah.
More of a transportation rather than just forestry.
There would also be more chance of losing it out of the top instead of the lumber.
Yep.
So it'd be more of a challenge.
And also, one thing I would really like to enjoy is like a story mode, where you buy this truck and you get money for, okay, because you delivered 8 loads of logs, you get 800 credits, and 800 credits can either buy you a new truck, or a new engine for your truck, or new tires, or something like that.
Yeah.
Where instead of like, oh, this map's hard, we give you big stuff, you actually have to work your way up to the big stuff.
So kind of like Euro Truck Simulator or something like that.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Yeah, instead of this like progression point system idea that they have.
Well, this is literally like, we need drivers, show up and we'll have the rigs ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is cool, but as you see now, we're in the big truck and hardly anything can stop us.
Yeah, I mean, there's when you're in this size of a truck, you can kind of just do what you want. The only thing that's going to stop you is trees, and since, you know...
And speed.
Well, speed, yeah, but that's... Okay, boredom, how about that? Like, boredom will stop you. But as long as those two factors are, you know, you negate them, there's not much the game can throw at you that can stop you.
At that point, it's operator error.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, I'm about to do something really silly, but at least... Oh, wait. There, how am I stuck on? Alright, you know what? Fine, we're not going that way. Like, goddamn. This truck really doesn't like this body of water. But I think some style of campaign mode with like upgrades and stuff would be nice. I suppose you could also apply for different jobs as well, whether you wanted to be a loader or a trucker or maybe, I don't know, maybe an explorer or something, so you could actually look around the maps.
I feel like to get that deep in it where you have the different jobs, it wouldn't really work for Spintires, mainly because maps aren't big enough. And that would, like even with doing a campaign where you upgrade your vehicle, that would take quite a bit, because these maps, like, this road is put here by a human, so it would have to be like procedural generated to do something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely not opposed to.
I know they are making the maps for the next one a lot bigger. Oh, sorry, they have the potential to be a lot bigger. Because obviously you have the one of the really nice things about Spintires and also MudRunners is that it's the modding scene is very large and you can pretty much create whatever you want. Like, we might even delve into a little bit of it when it comes to maps and stuff. I'm not sure, but the main thing is, you know, it's one of those really cool little things.
I just rolled into town, so it'll be another 3 minutes before I can get my garage unloaded.
Yeah, I'm getting the watch points now, but this is definitely not the way you're supposed to go to get this one.
Oh, this reminds me, I need to smash some pumpkins over here to get an achievement.
Okay. Just hit them up.
Literally drive through Babushka's front yard.
Just round the tree.
Oh, your ping just went to an all-time low. It was down at like 60.
Oh my god.
The little New Zealand hamster was working his ass off.
You'd like to see an open
So I actually
world.
haven't had to pull the truck behind me too hard. Most of the time it's had slack.
Well,
I thought it would have done a lot worse.
For me, I didn't really have any issues in any of the areas apart from the river. It felt like it was holding me back. Like it was, you know, just an extra dead weight, because it wasn't moving as fast as a large truck. You'd like to see an open world with a bunch of players? Yeah, I think that would be cool on this one as well. The only issue with systems like that is people work out how to game them really quickly. But as long as if you made the economy only personal instead of like an open economy, it would be okay. It would be nice to see like a 32-player MudRunners or something.
I think what it is, the AI has turned up traction if the AI is driving.
Fair enough.
Because there's no way he could have just done what he did in that truck. Like, maybe I'm just dead ass wrong, but I don't think so.
Also drinking some tea with honey, so...
Only burned 300
really
liters
nice.
getting
300 liters?
of fuel.
It's quite a lot.
Nah.
These loose trees are hell, man, on this, on these small roads. Like with the 131, they're really slowing down progress. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the watch point in the north, and then double back to get the ones in the south. What are you gonna do?
Start hauling logs.
What about the watch point to the southeast?
It's all you.
Oh, thanks.
Now I'm gonna start hauling sailboat fuel.
Say again?
Sailboat fuel.
Sailboat fuel, right.
Sailboat fuel.
Hey,
Meaning
Sneetzen.
I'm gonna be empty until I go pick up log.
Hope you're doing well, but it would be interesting to find someone stuck and either leave them or help them. Yeah, I suppose. They would have to get rid of the ability to reset your vehicle though to do that, and I think that would be I think that would actually be a good move to do.
I disagree.
Well, if it was like an online play.
Yeah,
Like
there has to be some way for a single individual, online or not, to get themselves out of a situation.
Well, you would
Make it so they can only reset like once per map, but do not, whatever you do, do not put faith in other players' kind heart, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that would destroy it. Because it'd be literally like, I don't want to help this guy, fuck that. That are like, oh, this guy doesn't look that cool, I'm not gonna help him, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Or, we're gonna watch him struggle for 5 minutes and then help him. Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, just help them.
Or make it so you get something for helping, but people aren't gonna help other people just because.
I still think this little truck, the 131's the best in the game. You can pretty much do anything. Like
Definitely most versatile.
Like cost effectiveness, only being 2 stars, is pretty damn good. You're literally driving past the watch point.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Look, man, I'm not looking at the map. Actually, not.
I mean, that's another thing I would like to see in MudRunners. For me, a lot of these maps feel very linear. Even though they don't look linear, it's pretty much just follow the roads and you're eventually going to get to where you want to. As long as you put down a marker in that general direction. Like, there's normally only 1, maybe 2 roads that lead to the same place. So once you know you're on that road, you know, you're doing pretty well.
Just point and go.
Yeah. I'm alright, I'm doing alright, Sneeton. Struggling a little bit health-wise. I think I've got a bit of the cold or the flu or something. But apart from that, you know, I'm doing well. Happy to be back playing some MudRunner. Well, that... what load can you take on that? 8?
Yep.
Jesus.
2 trip this bitch.
I'm just gonna walk around doing the waypoints because you're lazy as fuck.
No.
Yes.
No. I just don't like doing the waypoints.
Yeah, because you're lazy.
There's a difference. No, I don't like doing the waypoints because they're fucking stupid.
No, you're lazy.
It's literally drive in a circle around the fucking waypoint until you find the track going in.
Or
I get nothing
nah.
of enjoyment out of that.
You go through the forest and you hit it up. You find different ways. You explore the map.
No.
The game is 50%
And you can do these maps without the waypoint.
Oh yeah, of course
You literally
can.
just follow the fucking road.
You can do it without the garages, man.
On this map you can't, actually.
The only you could, on this map, you could unlock one garage and be done in like 20 minutes. Like, you take that top garage, you get the trees that you're doing, and then just do 2 loads of that and you're done. You probably don't even need fuel, like extra fuel.
You do need fuel in these.
Well, how much have you used so far?
I use 300 liters to get to my garage, and I'll burn another 300 each load, and only have an 800 capacity. So you're about 100 liters short.
Right.
So the only fuel you need is on the truck with you, if you spawn with a fuel truck. So you can, you would only need to get the garage so that you have a lumber truck.
Like, they definitely need to make, like, I know technically to complete these maps, you need to get all the waypoints and stuff, like, to get the little tick next to the map, but they need to make them have more of a use. And I think the way you do that is you first of all make the maps bigger and you just add more roads to, you know, so not everywhere just leads to where you want to go.
That or you have to clear your own road.
Ooh, that could be interesting. Like, kind of roads which are impassable unless, whoa.
Unless they're cleared.
Yeah, unless they're cleared. Like either of like rock or tree or maybe even a natural disaster.
Make it so you have like a dozer and you actually have to build your own road.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, which goes against the whole thing, like why are we going to get lumber in a place where the road doesn't exist, but fuck it, right?
Yeah. I mean, the last map we did was literally underwater, so, you know, that's already gone.
Yeah, they should have just floated the logs down the river like they do up north.
Yeah, exactly, like they do in Canada. It's a lot more cost effective than maybe losing trucks in the middle of a flooded marshland.
Yep. And most of the wood we're hauling anyway would be pulpwood, so it's not like it fucking matters.
Yeah. The little vehicles also have no purpose. Yeah, I agree. They're like, I mean, as you've seen like through this playthrough, and also, you know, when we played together, Dog. The only vehicle out of the little vehicles that I've found, well, our class is useful, is that little DLC one, which has all wheels and diff lock, and you can kind of like throw it at pretty much anything. But but that's only useful for getting the watch points, and because the watch points.
The Hummers like that too.
Yeah, and the only reason to get the watch points is to complete like the map technically. So they're only good at something which is not really required. So yes, they do need a different role. I don't really know what you do though. Whether you get like a extended line of sight with them, or maybe you make places where they're only able to traverse, where larger vehicles can't traverse. You can maybe do that.
The way you'd use them is you would have to, instead of starting with like a log truck, you actually have to go find the stuff. Or you make it so that you do start with the truck, but you actually have to go scout the bed, so you can't just go to a garage and get it. So like I would have to go to like one cabin in the north where a log bed is sitting, and then I would have to find that and then bring the truck up there and then get that log bed.
Yeah, that could work.
Or going back into career mode, like if there was such a thing, make it so that you have to deliver mail to build up enough money in the small vehicle before you can buy a big vehicle to haul logs.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because you know damn well they ain't got air service. And Postman Pete ain't out here trudging along getting barked at by dogs.
Could get a little quad bike. Start off quadding around, getting stuck on literally.
Yeah, that or like you have to deliver medical or food supplies.
Yeah. Like there is definitely an argument that you could you could start off with 1 star on this map, have one of those vehicles, and you could unlock all the vehicles that you need. Like they're littering around stuff like the C6317, which can carry, I believe, 8 logs at a time, and if not 8 logs, it can definitely carry 4 at a time. So you don't need, like, you don't need that high star rating that, you know, we're given. You could easily start with a 2 or a 1 star on this map and still be fine.
Prove it to you, we solved this boat in half.
I may have made a bad decision here by going through the forest. But it seems to have paid off. Because the trees...
Yeah, I'm almost halfway back with 8 logs.
Well, this map, the trees are also really far away from each other. Like, they're not really too close to each other. I got 2 waypoints to go. Where are you? Oh, you're in the north. Okay.
Yeah, this is the road you take for both loads.
Well, I'm guessing that's because of the block posts.
Yeah. And it's a really easy to traverse because most of it doesn't even actually have mud on it. It just has the little trees.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time you get load 2 through there, there's definitely some ruts, but it'll buff.
This map seems incredibly simple.
Well, I mean, you gotta think, it's level 1 for a 4-stage DLC. Or a 3-stage DLC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So easy, medium, and hard.
Yeah, I suppose we have, like, I'm seeing it from the point of view of the last mission we did was, we were literally, you know, underwater struggling to get through it. I'm not seeing it as like, oh, this is like the first of the DLCs, so yeah, you're right.
I'm assuming the DLCs work like that, if not, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. I wouldn't really say we've been challenged that much. Like, I don't think we've ever been in a situation where...
I mean, the most challenging thing was me trying to use the forwarder on the water map.
Yeah, and that can be solved by just getting a different vehicle.
Not getting that vehicle, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have someone in chat like, oh, they're not playing hardcore mode. Well, yeah, because we gotta do this first.
Yeah, exactly.
And hardcore mode definitely does add a challenge, but it's kind of, you know, it's a thing a lot of game developers experience. Like, are we making this hard so it's hard, or are we still letting it be enjoyable while it's being difficult?
Also, how...
Like a lot of games, hey, we made this hard. Oh, how'd you do it? We added 4 times the AI. Like, what? A bad game that does that is Vermintide.
Vermintide, yeah, but at least in my thoughts, the worst, the most egregious one of a very popular game is Borderlands, where the way that Borderlands makes the game harder is just throwing this. They don't make
more enemies.
Like, yeah, more enemies, more health, higher damage. They don't actually do anything.
They don't make them smarter.
Yeah, there's just more of them. Vermintide is really bad for it though. Like, apart from in certain high difficulties in Vermintide, you do get different enemies.
Yeah, you get the harder enemies, but it's still a progression that you're kind of like, well, this is fucking boring.
Yeah.
It's literally, oh, to beat this mission, instead of swinging my hammer 100 times, I need to swing it 200 times in the same amount of time.
Yeah, different weather states would be cool as well, dog. Like, as you said, rain and snow.
Snow map.
Yeah, snow would be cool. Come on, let's go. Oh, get up the hill. There we go. Yeah, even if, like, I definitely understand the argument that the realistic settings make the game harder, but the reasons that we brought up, you know, in the last like 10-20 minutes about the maps, those are not solved by realistic, you know, the realistic difficulty. You can still do the same things on the maps. The maps don't change. They did announce not long ago SnowRunner. Is that going to be a separate game or a DLC, or is that going to be part of MudRunner 2? Or? Because that sounds cool. Hopefully.
If it's a separate game, though, that's a fucking ripoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it could be a DLC. Right, I've done all the things. Where are you at? Oh, you're back at the lumber mill? Alright.
Yep.
So I need to get Big Bertha here. Get myself some lumber. Which log station is easier, do you think?
Load up a truck and drive to a lumber mill without releasing the accelerator pedal. What an achievement. The one I went to. It's cake, man. You literally just take that back route, go across the river. Simple.
Fair enough. Looks like a separate game. Alright, so I'm heading to the log station now.
You got fuel?
I got 600.
Should be enough.
Yeah, should be good. I mean, if it's a separate game, I mean, obviously we'll have to see how many maps they have, if they have new vehicles and stuff, and any new mechanics. So I'm not going to pass judgment on it yet because I really do enjoy MudRunner. But at the same time, if they have 2 unreleased games, which they're working on, it seems a little bit odd to me.
Width of the ocean, depth of the puddle.
Or maybe they're just hoping they're relying on the modding scene to fill it out, kind of like
Which is
stuff
shitty.
like, oh yeah, it's horrible to do, but you know, a lot of game companies do that nowadays. Like, think about Bethesda.
Think about Farming Simulator.
Yeah, Farming Simulator too. A lot of simulator games rely on the modding community. Or a lot of games rely on like community patches and stuff like that to fix bugs or to make the game playable. Yeah, release buggy-ass game and let modders patch it? Yeah, exactly. Bethesda, you know, for the last 10 years. The reveal trailers on YouTube? Cool. Have to have a look at it. To the reveal trailer, SnowRunner will be available in 2020 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC through the Epic Games Store. Wonderful. Is that the same with MudRunner 2 then? Is that going to be an Epic exclusive?
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, that's a shame.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Oh, shame, shame, shame. Especially because MudRunner, it's not only on Steam, it's also on a bunch of different platforms as well, so I hope they don't limit themselves to one store.
Great if they didn't limit themselves to being on a console.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that. Oh no. That's right, I said it. Console limits games.
Oh, it massively
Farming
does.
Simulator is hurting because of it. Because a lot of the modders have actually left because to get featured on the official like mod hub, your thing needs to first pass a bunch of validity checks to make sure it's a good mod, which everybody's fine with, you know.
Yeah.
But also it needs to be console friendly. So if you don't, if you're not console ready, you automatically get chips off, and it's like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then the capability of those mods aren't near as much because console doesn't have keyboards, so they can't have a shit ton of different controls. or their primary controller isn't a keyboard. Let me put it that way.
That's why I find it insane with War Thunder. I still don't understand how War Thunder works with a controller. Like, they have so many
Don't most of the people
limitations.
just plug keyboards in?
At least the ones I've talked to, yes. But I'd have to talk to a few more of them, because I've played War Thunder with a controller, and it does not feel good. Like, even with the assisted aiming and stuff, it does not feel. It's just not as the same precision as a keyboard. You know, it's as simple as that.
I guess it also depends on the game mode you're playing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
There's a lot of console players play arcades.
Is there a through road here? Holy shit. This is the first log station where they give you a loop road. It's very kind of them. Yeah, at least for me, one of the nice things about having Steam is that you have the Steam Workshop. I'm not sure if Epic have a similar system. My guess it'll be one of those things that's on their roadmap but not done, unfortunately. Two sets of mediums. There's planner course. So I need to go the north road, right?
Yeah.
Okay, off I go. I only used, what? Oh, I got an achievement, driver.
Why did you use that one?
What?
The other one's the easier one to get to.
Is it?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I thought you meant this one. This
I
one,
should have marked it.
This one's crazy easy to get to, too.
Well, the other one, all you have to do is shoot across the... The other one's shorter to get to me. Let me put it that way.
Oh, okay, fair. I only used about 110 liters getting to this place, though, so I've still got 470.
And now you'll burn 300.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Heavy as hell.
I have to say, though, it makes these driving games better is having 80s rock in the background.
Oh, I love the copyright system on YouTube.
Wonderful, right? Detrimental to content creation at all.
It's always...
Actually, I can't even say that, because copyright does protect a lot of people, and then other ones, it protects them to the point where it's like, okay, this is bullshit.
Yeah, the problem is when people abuse the laws. Just, like...
I know a lot of streamers actually get pissed at it, because, like, those highlight reel YouTubers, they'll just take their content and, you know, make money off of it, because they'll credit them, but it's still, money comes into them.
Yeah.
So it's essentially, they're generating content that's not theirs, and making money off of it.
I am heavy as all hell right now. Like, I'm creating a new layer of earth. I feel like these logs are also a little bit too loose for my liking.
You mean the fact that they're not strapped on?
Yeah, they're wobbling all over the place.
Look at the ones on your truck. They're not strapped on.
Yeah, yeah. At least, like, put maybe 2 straps.
I should say changed on, because you would never strap logs, but yeah.
Yeah. This is the problem area. We should be okay. through it with no issues at all. So now it's just going to take time. Hopefully the roads are smooth.
Oh, it was too cool. They made a race version.
Of what?
MudRunner.
A race version?
Yeah, like you have a race map.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
And you race in time trials against other people. I mean, essentially you have that now, right? With like how long it took you to complete the map, but what if they made it just a straight race?
Yeah, and like leaderboards and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be that one guy that uses a mod that doesn't have physics that shoots through everybody, but you just make it so that mods disable achievement.
Yeah, exactly. That's an easy fix. It's got the eco-friendly achievement as well.
Burn 300 liters without taking your foot off the accelerator pedal?
Is that what that is? I
don't know.
I'll have to check after after this. I got the 100 one, and then I got the eco-friendly one, so I'll have to look.
Eco-friendly. Burn 100 liters of fuel without releasing the accelerator pedal.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, there's literally no reason to not accelerate right now. Like, I suppose I could stick it in cruise control, but the reason why I don't like cruise control in this game is I can't control the camera.
Damn, that's a cruise control.
Huh?
I literally just set a brick on my foot pedals.
Yeah. But you can't control the camera when you're in cruise control, so you know, and a lot of this game is, you know, looking at different things and like, experiencing it, and you can't do that. The weird thing is I don't see any of your tracks here.
That is odd.
I see tracks now. Maybe you just didn't take that one road.
No, I definitely took it. Odd.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a timed exclusive on Epic. We'll have to see. Oh, there really is a bunch of trees just knocked down over here.
Yep.
This map did feel...
Use a bitch. I went through the water.
I didn't feel like doing it. Oh, you brought all the fuel. Beautiful. Is that the same truck as this one? No, it's different, isn't it?
No. Just a small version, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm actually not seeing your tracks.
Interesting. Is this the lumber mill I'm supposed to go to? Or is that a different one?
Yes. I went to the far one.
Unstoppable achievement.
300 liters?
I don't know. Thanks. Oi. Twat. I'm gonna jackknife my ass.
Trying to roll it.
Just gonna have to hand them in like this now. I'm sure they'll be fine. There we go. That took 44 minutes? No way.
Yeah, it took us 20 minutes to get to the garage.
Yeah, I suppose those trucks are pretty slow. That was really easy though, that one. I'm gonna check these achievements. I don't need guides. So driver is travel 100 kilometers. And unstoppable is load up a truck and drive to a lumber mill without releasing the accelerator.